Hey everybody, welcome to Live Chat Tuesday number 179 with my co-host Dee of Dee's
Hello,
Creative
everybody.
Hand. If you're watching the replay, please leave us a comment down below in the comment section and hit the like button. If you're here with us currently live, please leave us a comment in the chat and also hit the like button as well. So far, we have Angela Wright. She says, hi, Crystal and Dee and everyone in the chat. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing fine. Drinking water and working on Christmas stocking. So she's working on your stocking.
Awesome.
We have.
I forgot to put out a community tab. It just dawned on me.
It's
Man,
okay.
I swear to God, my forgetfulness is driving me crazy. Hello, everybody. Glad you're here. Sorry I didn't put something out there. Doggone it, Crystal. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We have Kirsten Amstad. Welcome in. We have Bridget of Queen's Crafts by Bridget. She goes, hello, beautiful ladies. We have Susie Ann Goulet and Kimberly Otterson. Welcome in, everybody.
Hello.
We have Sherry R. and Jessica Johnson. Welcome in.
Hi, guys. I turned off. If you wonder why it looks like I'm in a dark room, when my light is on, we figured it out because the light coming in the window and it just kind of makes a big giant glare. So I turned the light off and we're dealing with the window light. So that's why it looks like I'm sitting in a dark room.
I think it looks a lot better with her light off. The light in front of you is making you a little brighter compared to when the overhead light was on. It would kind of make it a little darker. So
okay, well, I'll just sit in the dark room.
Bridget says, I'm prepping packages to ship out. When I get back home, I'll start back on my mosaic blanket. Awesome.
I love mosaic. Love it. But it seems like it just, I don't know, I get confused real easy with it. I do.
The only mosaic thing I've ever done was a little bag, and there was a tutorial for that. So
yeah, I've done a few. I've done a couple pillows. I've done a couple bags. I want to do a full-on blanket, you know. One of these days I'm going to do it. Yeah. If I ever get through all these Christmas blankets I'm making, good Lord, man. I still got 5 to make. Diana D's helping me out with one of them. I got Kirsten making my grandson's amigurumi one because I just don't have time for all of this. So,
yeah,
you know, I'll put my own little twists on them or whatever so I can say, yes, I
had a hand in it.
Hand in it. Yeah, they'll put it that way. I had a hand in things.
Yeah, because even if you didn't make it completely, as long as you did something to it, you still helped.
You know? Yeah, exactly. That's, my thoughts on it. Maybe I'll put tassels on the blanket or I don't know. I'll figure out something to make, so that they don't feel like I just bought it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to do. I've got so many blankets to make,
Next year, you'll just have to start making stuff in January.
Oh man, I started in the beginning of October, but like a fool, I decided blankets this year. Not a smart move when you've got so many family members, So yeah. I'm making blankets like a crazy woman. I'll show you the one I just completed, but I have to trim the fringe, so that's out of control. But I'll show you. This is the one I made out of the granny squares I found in my closet, and I just adapted it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on one of the videos recently.
Yeah, I have to trim the fringe, but that one's done. And then now I'm working on this one. And I've got it about 80% done. I'm doing it in teals and yellow. And, this one, the pile's kind of high. But it's the gradient, it goes from dark to light, and the same with the yellow. I'm going to do 6 yellow squares and 10 blue squares. I figured out a pattern how I want to put them. And that's for my daughter Judy. Her whole house is done in like ocean stuff, mermaids and shells and like her whole house. And so I'm making that one to kind of match the decor. And then this one here that I just showed you, that one's going to my granddaughter. And then the next one is another granddaughter. So the next one I got to do, I think, is pink and black. And Diana D's doing the blue and tan one for me. It's like I'm gonna just lose my mind. I'm trying really hard to get all this done. I should have never took on blankets.
Well, that's why I said, like if you're gonna do bigger projects, maybe start them months and months and months in advance. Like you should have done it next year and started in January, and that would have gave you more time throughout the year to.
Yeah, if I can complete all of this, I'm going to try to do all the grandsons a stocking, because usually I just give them money, because they're not really interested in my crochet. Mark makes them a hat, and we give them money. But I was thinking, well, if I can get the blankets done, I'll just start rocking out some stockings, and I can fill them with a few bucks and some candy or something. I don't know. We'll see if I even get through the blankets,
Thank you so much, Katie.
Hello, Katie. Michelle J. Hello.
Bridget said a few minutes ago, I'm doing the Lover's Tarot card blanket. Doing it in pink and gray because I love pink and the king loves gray. My mom loves pink and gray together. So that's
pink and gray looks nice together. Pink and black, pink and gray. I like that color combo.
Pink and black is mine. Pink and gray is my mom's. So welcome in, Michelle J. and Ganni Joe.
Yeah, so I'm working on these squares. I swear I could do these squares in my sleep, It's that it's called Big Beautiful Flower Granny Square, and I just added a couple rows to make it bigger, and that's what I'm making all the blankets out of. I'm not kidding when I tell you I could do it in my sleep. Yeah. It's like imprinted in my brain. I've made so many squares.
When it starts going to the point where you dream about what you're crocheting, you can definitely tell it's been imprinted in your mind. I've had that happen a couple of times. So.
Yeah, this one is definitely in there. I don't think I'll ever forget how to make this square. It's just like the virus shawl, I made so many virus shawls back in the day that I literally could do it. And Ganni Jo, same thing. She makes a lot of virus shawls. It's like one of those patterns that just sticks in your head and you've got it for the rest of your life, As long as you can remember, a couple of counts on the stitches, like how many to do in one stitch or whatever, you're good. And that virus shawl goes really, really quick. And it looks so detailed and so beautiful that a lot of people are intimidated to do that virus shawl because it looks so, intimidating. The stitches look so intimidating. It's actually a super duper easy pattern. So if you haven't tried the virus shawl, give it a shot. It's not as, I'd say you get about 4 rows in and you get the gist of what's going on and you're good, But the virus shawl, a lot of people are intimidated by that pattern. It's actually a very, very easy pattern.
I think I've never done the virus shawl, but I have done the Virus Meets Granny from Fiber Spider. I did do that one.
Yeah, virus shawl I learned from Fiber Spider as well. I've done both. Yeah, the virus shawl, it's a little variation on the virus shawl. Yeah, with the granny squares. Very pretty, very easy to do. So if you guys haven't tried it, try it. You'll love it. It's super easy and you can knock it out. Like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome in, Grandma Wanda.
Hi, Grandma Wanda.
And Noelle. Grandma Wanda says, doing good here, working on boggy blanket.
I tell you what, I got enough blankets to worry about at this point. Not that I wouldn't want to help a charity. I absolutely will, but I just, man, oh man, I overdid it this year. Yeah. So
There's
what's up with you,
a
Crystal? What you
couple.
working on?
Yeah, still working on my knit shawl. I have not done anything since the last time I worked on it, which was Tuesday or Wednesday.
You
I
want to
think.
make a blanket? I got. I will send you the yarn.
And
Make a
then I
blanket.
made a small wolf amigurumi for my my aunt Dale for
Oh,
Christmas.
cool.
Hopefully she's not watching or lurking.
Yeah. I know my mama loved wolves and turtles. Those were her two favorite things. Wolves and turtles. Yep. Yes, Noel, exactly. Eat, sleep, blanket, repeat. That's exactly what's going on here.
Hi Antoinette, welcome in. How are you today?
Oh, Antoinette, hello, hello. She made some beautiful socks. She sent me a picture. She's knitting, and which is super cool. And she sent me a picture of these beautiful socks that she's making. I think she's making the second one right now, unless she's finished, because she's like super fast and a whiz kid. But Antoinette does beautiful, beautiful work.
Aw,
So,
that's
oh, she
awesome.
says she's lurking in my hole and working on a cardi. She must have finished them socks then.
Or she's changing it up, you
Yeah,
know.
I try to do that too, but right now I have to focus on these blankets. But normally, if I got a big project going, I've always got a little one I'm working on just to take a break from that one, and I go back and forth. I think I need to do that right now, actually. Maybe I can make a stocking in between the blankets. I don't know.
Yeah, that might, break it up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh, you haven't socked because I ain't feeling good. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Yeah,
Hi
she
Lisa, welcome in.
beautiful knit socks. I always wished I could knit, but it's just not. It's one of them rabbit holes. I have to get everything that goes with knitting and everything. Oh no, no. I'm
Hey, at
literally.
least you got the yarn already.
Yeah, that's true. But see, like, I don't know if you guys remember. It's been a long time ago, but last year, this friend of Mark's brother actually gave me all of her yarn, and she was a knitter. So she gave me every kind of knitting tool you could possibly think of, like stuff I don't even know what to call it. And I ended up just sticking it in giveaways because I didn't want to go down that hole. And at the time, I was busy doing other things. But now I look back on it, and I'm thinking, maybe I should have kept it. I had all the stuff to do it. Now, no, no, no. You got enough crafts going on because I've
Yeah.
also got paintings I'm in the middle of doing for Christmas. I've got just a million things going. No.
Well, maybe in a couple of years, maybe you could just learn the basics, so
I
you could
wonder.
knit like a little flat piece or something, and say you actually learned to knit. You don't actually have to do it, just learn.
I got a question for you though. Is crocheting harder on your hands or is knitting? What do you think?
Oh, goodness. To me, I think knitting is easier on my hands because I'm not having to grip it as tight and worry about
Oh,
tension too much. But the sometimes crochet, like with amigurumis, that hurts my hands more than just like crocheting a shawl or something.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Obviously, it's you're doing a bunch of single crochets and tight circles and things like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
amigurumi is more difficult for sure. You think it's
Um,
different muscles?
Probably,
Yeah,
and
because
the way you're moving is different.
yeah, that's true.
Like
Yeah,
when you crochet, you're moving your hand with the hook. Knitting, you're just barely moving, but like I knit with the yarn in the same hand that I would hold the tension to crochet with. I don't I think it's continental is what they call it when you hold it in your left hand and you do it the same as crochet. um so I still hold it like that, but I think it's a lot easier to knit and it uses different muscles, of course, but you're not having to turn your wrist or try to keep your wrist straight or roll the
Okay.
whole
All right.
just
That makes sense. Yeah. Now, here's another question. Isn't knitting a lot slower? Like, doesn't it take
depending
longer to do a project?
if you're using bigger yarn, yes, it goes pretty quick. But if you're knitting like with a one weight, I would say it takes a little longer, yeah. But some people are really fast knitting, just
Bridget says, depends on if you have good needles with nice cables. Bad knitting needles will make your hands and wrist hurt.
yeah, that's true. I
Katie
want
says,
to
knitting hurts
acknowledge
her ego.
I want to acknowledge Grandma Wanda's Crochet Corner has been a member for 16 months.
Yay!
So much. She says, happy holidays, stay safe. Thank you very much. Welcome in
Ashley.
Reeves, welcome in Paula Mulford. And Paula Mulford has been a member for 13 months. Thank you so very much. Welcome in Vicky, Oodles and Caboodles. And welcome in Ashley Wester.
Yes.
I think that's everybody that's new.
Antoinette says, Katie is a good knitter too. We've both been practicing a lot. Yeah,
She's really
I
good
just
at
don't know if I want to get into it because I'm all in. That's the kind of person I am. I'm all in. It's like, with my painting, I have every kind of thing for painting you could possibly imagine from, pastels, markers, watercolors, acrylics, oil, all the cleaning, all the different brushes, all the, the easels, the big ones, the small ones, I have everything for, it's the same kind of thing I do. I know me, it's like I get into a craft and I go all in,
Yes, yes.
And I've been purging. I've been sending garbage bags of stuff to my grandkids for crafts. Like I have literally purged probably over half of my craft stuff to my grandkids just in the last month or two. I mean, they're all thrilled, but me, I'm like, did I really want to get rid of that? Did I really want to? And not too long ago, well, I'm going to say last year, I decided I wanted to learn how to do resin. And I messed around with it a little bit, but then I had other things I had to do and crochet and stuff like that for the channel. So it's just kind of sat there. But Timu, my problem, my addiction, I bought so many things for resin, like ridiculous. Like half of my craft room is totes of resin stuff, and it's like, okay, Dee, now you got all this stuff. Are you actually going to do the craft? So not my youngest, one of my older granddaughters, Faith Ann, she had told me, Grandma, if you got anything for resin, I'll take it. So now I'm on the teeter-totter right now. Do I just send it all to Faith Ann and be done with it because I'm never going to get to it? Or do I half it with her? Or do I say, well, let's just wait and see, because I really want to make resin crochet hooks.
Yeah.
I really want to make those. And I attempted with the full-on mold of a crochet hook. And there's some edges that have to be sanded and stuff like that, if you know anything about resin. Well, then my next step was I cut metal hooks off. And I was going to make the handles and put the resin hooks in. And I got as far as cutting the metal, getting it all ready to do, and never touched it again. It's all sitting in there,
Hold on one second. My grandmother's knocking at the door.
Oh.
Coming.
Yeah, do it with them is a problem. Faith Ann works like 6 days a week. And her hours are different all the time. And she lives 45 minutes from me. And to get her here or me there, we never know about, because she works so much. So she's in her 20s and, she has her own house and all that kind of stuff. And so she's it's not like a young grandchild,
Yeah.
Just asked them if you could borrow it. Yeah. But like I said, she works all the time, so it's not like something we can sit down together and do. It would have to be planned way in advance and all that kind of thing. So, it's not something I don't think we could we could do. So
Antoinette also says knitting uses way less yarn. That is very true.
yeah, I heard that it does.
Yeah. Hi,
I'm
Sally
trying to use
Susan.
up yarn. I'm trying to use up yarn, not use less.
Hey Dee, I just got in.
Hello.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
there's a little bit of a lag.
Okay. So I looked again and I could not find any more of the raccoons, but I did find a hedgehog, a squirrel, and an owl.
Oh, that all sounds great.
That'll be okay? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ganni Joe, for the super. And she says knitting is boring. Is boring for me. Yeah, if you're just knitting a straight flat piece, or with there's no like the holes and everything that is in knitting that makes the designs, that is called lace work. When you have yarn overs that make the little holes, or it's called lace knitting. I find that part fun because you're creating something that has a design to it. But when you get into something that's just knit in purl, that's solid, it does get a little tedious and repetitive. Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I don't know. To me, it seems like crochet just would go faster. I was never really sure about, like you guys were talking about using different muscles to do it. And, my one arm is, I have a hard time with my right arm. I'm ambidextrous, but I basically use my right arm for most things. To crochet, I use my right arm. And so, right now I've got bursitis and all that kind of stuff. I'm old, And so after a while, the muscles in my arms start to hurt and I got to take a break, but I can't stay away from it. That's the problem. I'll take a break for an hour or two and then I'm back at it again, hardcore. So it's like, do I want to try to knit? Is that going to be worse on me, or,
Yes.
She says yes, but I think like when I crochet, I'm holding up like this, my arms in the air. When I knit, I can actually relax and have my shoulders down and my hands in my lap knitting. It's just the difference in the way your muscles are doing it. I think I'm more
yeah.
relaxed.
And of
when I
course,
knit.
everybody's different too,
Yeah, that is
so
true.
yeah, because we all crochet different.
Fingers.
Yeah.
And I don't. Another bonus for crochet is that it's easier to fix when you mess up.
Yes.
It's nearly agony when you mess up on knitting, but crochet feels stiffer and knitting is softer. So that's the bonus on the knitting part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would love to have a handmade knitted sweater. But it's like I've thought about it, I want to make a cardigan or something, knitted, because, I think the stitches are beautiful, especially like cable stitches and stuff like that on cardigan. Oh my gosh. But the thought of making it freaks me out. Like I don't know if I want to try to tackle that one.
Welcome in Arrow Lover and Kim G and Demetra the Naked Snail, Karen JSP. Welcome in.
Cables are your favorite too, Arrow. I know they're so beautiful. I've seen some such beautiful cable patterns, and I would love to learn how to do that, But like I said, it's a rabbit hole, and I just was wondering, like for instance, like I said, I got bursitis, right? So if I get to a point where crochet's killing me, is knitting going to be my replacement? You know what I'm saying? Like, is knitting going to be the replacement craft for that?
See, when I first learned to knit in, I think, August of 2020, I want to say, no, 2021. I started crocheting at the end of 2019 and started my channel in 2020. It was about in 2021, around August, September, when I learned to knit. And I had always thought knitting looked boring and tedious. I didn't want to do it. But then I saw this one shawl from Expression Fiber Arts, and it was a knitted shawl. So my first big knitting project was a lace design knitted shawl.
When you go, you go all in,
I
man.
messed up so much. Stitch counts were off. There was mess ups. The pattern wasn't coming out right. But that's how you learn. You know,
Yeah,
you got to make mistakes to learn.
yeah.
And I did not use a lifeline. And what a lifeline is a string that goes to the previous row you just finished. So if you have to rip out, it will hold your stitches, kind of like a cord.
Oh, okay.
So there are ways to, when you mess up, to, you know, rip it out easy.
Or you have your mama unknit about 3 inches so that you don't throw it across
Because
the wall.
she knew how to unknit and unpurl and all that at that time.
She was so mad. I said, no, don't quit, don't quit. So yeah.
And I don't quit easily at all.
No,
And I was to the point of quitting. That's how frustrated I got. But now I enjoy the lace knitting. You know, like the one I was making. I am making with my own yarn. It's I've done this shawl before, and it's very easy to notice where you've messed up because there's certain places where the stitches should fall. And if they don't
Yeah,
line
that
up,
makes sense because knitting is, yeah, that makes sense. I think it would be easy to figure out where you goofed up, you know,
on
but
certain things, on certain things, this pattern I did notice when I knitted it the first time last year. I was like, oh, I can see where I messed up. You know, it's like I knew like there's I know you don't know much about knitting, but when you knit 2 stitches together, it's a decrease. So it will make it slant a little bit, and you can see where the stitches kind of meet and make one. And so when I got to that point and I noticed it was not lining up, I knew I messed up somewhere. So I mean, that's the only plus side to this pattern is it's so easy to figure out where you messed up
where
at.
you goof up at, yeah. And yeah, I believe it was Karen was asking about the Addy. Yes, the Addy machine can make flat panels. But you know, Mark is all the time making hats. So me getting on the Addy is next to impossible because he's got it going. He's got 3 Addy machines, you know, Centro. I mean, he's got them all going making hats and whatever. So, you know, that's his thing. I just, you know, that's his deal. So
I tried many times and I could not get it to work to make flat panels on the Addy and the Centro that I have. I just couldn't. I watched several different tutorials and did what they did, and it still, the edge would come unraveled. And I'm like, okay, never mind. I'll just make a tube.
yeah, Errol said up further in the chat you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt, but she said we should learn together. I don't know, Errol. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Maybe after Christmas we'll talk. Oh, you like your Mark hat too? That's awesome. Yeah, Mark takes great pride in those hats. He loves making them and he loves how excited people get when they get them. So I will let him know that you love that hat. He you know, he's very proud of those hats, you know.
Dee, I will highly recommend that if you're just starting out to learn how to knit, do something simple like a pot holder or a scarf.
Same with crochet though, you know. It's the same with crochet. When you first start out, you ain't jumping in no cardigan, you know. You're gonna try something little, you know, some little granny square or something, you know. Yeah.
Or a scarf. You know, you can make a scarf. You'll have something. It won't just be something, a sample that you just can't use. You know, a long scarf, make it for Mark, you know, make it manly colors or whatever. But that will let you know how long it takes to knit compared to crochet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Bridget.
Well, I know Karen
I think it's
JSP is
relaxing.
an avid knitter. I know that she's been knitting for a long time, if I'm not mistaken. Karen JSP.
Oh,
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you know, what I remember is that she's been knitting for a long time. And it would be someone like Karen that I would want to take, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, girl, you've been knitting for a long time. Tell me how to do this without driving myself crazy, you know?
Well, there's a lot of videos tutorials that are wonderful. You can
Yeah.
stop that sucker and say, "Oh, it doesn't look like that." Back up and look at it again. But
Like I said, I just don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. But if I attempt it, it'll be after Christmas because I got too many doggone blankets to make, you know? So,
hi, Zach. Welcome in.
Never, ever try socks. They will make you throw your liver up. They just.
And I actually enjoy
and
knitting
she
socks.
likes doing socks.
I have
like
knitted
Antoinette's making socks right now. So, you know.
Yeah.
I did
The first
one pair and I
project,
gave them
definitely
away.
not.
Hi, Terry. Welcome in.
Oh, I think I got a hair stuck on my. I always get that. It always happens when I'm out live. I don't know why. I always get it. Yep, it's over here now. Hold on. I got a stray hair somewhere. I got crazy hair, so it does its own thing. There we go. I got my new glasses.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah, I got my new glasses, but they're hurting like that thing on your nose.
Oh, yeah.
It needs to be adjusted, and hopefully tomorrow I'm getting them adjusted. So.
Zach's working on a word search, and he says, I can't find one word in the word search, and it's the only word I need to find.
Socks are easy. Don't be scared. I learned continental style. Don't throw. Look and see what looks easier when checking tutorials.
Okay, so that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Throwing is when you hold the yarn over here, and
you're like, yeah.
Yeah, as you're knitting, that finger will come out to like either knit or purl. But continental is where you hold it the same as you would crochet. I do it that way. I tried holding the yarn in this hand and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was so used because I was a crocheter first. So.
Right. Yeah, that is a big thing too. I've noticed that if you were a knitter first and learned to crochet, you hold it differently and vice versa. I have noticed that too. Antoinette says she tried continental. She just can't. Hello, Ganni Joe. Yes, I can see. Can you see me now? No, D.
I think she means, can you see me now, D?
Yes, I can see you. I've seen you since the beginning. I'm just trying to. Me and Crystal always have a lag, and it seems like I always talk over her, and I don't want to do that. So I'm trying not to mention everything I see. So.
Hi, Marie Simpson. Welcome in.
I like coming on with Crystal because it actually gives me a chance to chat with people, you know, because my Saturdays are so crazy. It's also why I'm really liking my Thursdays, even though, you know, I have my dib sale on Thursday and I have my members, but I also have the chit chatty time on Thursdays too. And I'm kind of digging that because I get to talk to people more and it's not just, you know, ticket stuff and giveaways and, you know, running the tools and all that stuff. I actually get to talk a little bit with my people, you know, with my friends. You know, when I say you guys on YouTube are literally my friends, I mean it, like legit.
Yeah.
You know, Crystal's one of my best buddies. We've been talking for a long time. She's helped me through a lot of stuff, helped me figure out YouTube. You know, I say it all the time and I mean it. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have a channel, straight up. You know, and she's become one of my dearest, closest. I love her so much. She's like family, you know. So, you know, when I say that people on YouTube are my friends or my adopted family, they really are, you know.
I literally don't have too many friends outside of YouTube.
Me neither.
I have my family.
I do have some.
Everybody I went to high school with has moved on, and they've moved away, and so I don't have those friends anymore.
Yeah.
And you, Mel, Katie, and a few others are my friends outside of YouTube, and everybody that comes to my lives, I see y'all as friends, and so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's why I mean I do have friends outside of YouTube, but I barely ever see them.
Yeah.
Or I'm busy with YouTube, so my attention's there, and they've got their own lives, and we're all getting old, and health issues and things like that. So
Aw.
Speak for yourself.
Karen JSP says, Mom taught me. She was from Norway. Yarn was expensive long ago, used less if knitting. So, yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, since you have a granddaughter in Texas, eventually, not too far from here, eventually we will meet up.
Yep, we sure will. I was just talking to her yesterday. My granddaughter there, her husband's in the military there at, I believe it's Fort Hood.
Uh-huh.
Fort Hood. He's in the Air Force. Is that right? Fort Hood is Air Force.
Sounds right.
I believe it is. I believe it's Air Force. It's either Air Force or Army. I'm not sure.
Demetra, the Naked Snail says, I love knitting. That's all I want to do now. I feel the same. When I first started doing the lace design work, it was addicting. So, yes, I do understand that.
Yeah, see, Paula says, I don't have no friends either. Yeah, so this is our friendships. You know what I'm saying? And that's, not to bring up something negative, but that's why when all this negative crap happens behind on the YouTube streets, but behind the camera where you don't see and all that stuff, it's really heart wrenching. You know what I'm saying? It is because, we're really considering the people friends, And so, that all that negative Nancy stuff that happens, that's why I try to steer clear of it. It's better just not to get involved with people that cause drama and all that kind of stuff. So, you gotta pick your friends just as if it was real life on the street. You gotta pick your friends. And, what crowd do you want to be in? I want to be in the positive crowd, I mean, you're a very positive person, Crystal. You don't like the drama either. On your channel, you keep the drama away and all that. And that's why I enjoy your channel. And I try to do the same. You know what I'm saying? But some people out there make it a little difficult, but you just got to get over it. You got to get over it. And, yeah, some people are really cruel. That's true. But it's just like in life, you have to pick your group, Yeah. You have to pick your, like when you were in high school, there was the cool kids and the stoners and the, jocks and, you know what I'm saying? There was all those groups, same kind of deal with YouTube. You have to pick your groups. You have to pick your little clan of people that you hang out with or that you want your name affiliated with. That's the biggie right there. Who do you want your name affiliated with?
Exactly.
The same thing like on the street or in high school. It's the same kind of thing. It's silly, but it's the same kind of thing,
Yeah.
Ganni Joe Stoners. Yeah. Ganni Joe Stoners. I just think that's funny. I love you, Joe. You're so crazy. Can hardly wait to meet your granddaughter, who is only 30 minutes away from me. I know. Ganni Joe is like 30 minutes away from my granddaughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ganni Joe also says, I'm a grandma taught crocheting fool. I was 8 years old stripping sheets to make my first crochet item that is a
me too.
bag rug. And I have never forgotten where I started. I remember helping my grandmother tear the sheets into strips.
Yeah, I've done that forever. I've done that. I still do that occasionally, especially if I'm making a rug. Ripped sheets are the best thing to make a rug out of. I don't care what nobody says. There ain't a yarn out there that is better than a ripped sheet for a rug. It's heavy. It doesn't slide all over the place. That's my go-to when I'm making rugs is, I've made rugs with other yarns too, but my go-to is a strip sheet. Yep, most definitely.
You'd also help me rip when I was doing squares for quilting.
Mhm.
It's a little wider, but it makes a square. She went, this is what
Speaking of quilting, Patricia,
I have not
I
had
have
a chance.
finally gotten my
Oh.
craft room. Oh, isn't that cute? Love it. I finally got my craft room to a point where I'm going to be able to sew.
I'm ready for you.
Oh, I love those. Those are so cute.
Oh, that one's holding a little pine cone.
Oh, there's a little hedgehog. Yeah, those are adorable.
Okay,
Yeah, I love those.
good.
Katie, if you're watching, this is some of the stuff from Pop Shelf.
Now, actually, this one is Dollar General. Pop
It
Shelf.
is?
Yeah,
Oh,
they have the same stuff a lot.
Oodle says
okay.
her first
Never mind.
rug.
That.
Oodle said that her first rug was made out of cut up pantyhose.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I have never heard of that. I bet that was cool. I bet that was really cool.
That's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, and tear those sheets and all the strings that come off and all the threads and all that. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt, but you know, like I said, nothing makes a better rug as far as I'm concerned. It's a heavy enough weight where it, you know, makes it a substantial piece, you know?
Hi, Dragon Cat and Mateo. Welcome in.
Yeah, never thought about pantyhose. Then again, too, I was, you know, never much of a pantyhose wearer. So I don't think I'd have enough pantyhose to, you know what I'm saying, to make anything out of. So that's probably why it never crossed my mind. But I have used, you know, old shirts that I didn't want no more, and I've cut them up and made quilts or, you know, rugs or whatever out of those. I have done that, but not pantyhose. I don't think I ever had enough around to, you know, to make something out of. But that is a cool idea because those are stretchy, washable. You know what I mean? It's a good idea if you got, you know, got the pantyhose around to use. Yeah.
She's here. She's spinning.
You
I
know,
would
Katie,
imagine
I've always done it with cotton
would
sheets.
be better than microfiber, or does it not matter? I don't think it matters, but
I don't think it matters either, but I've always used cotton.
yeah.
Same here, Arrow Lover. I used to buy them in the back in the day, and they would just run, and you'd take your little nail polish and put it on the end, so it quit running. And always been kind of a tomboy, so it's like, you know, me and pantyhose didn't get along because I'd tear them up in 5 minutes. You know, it's just not. I'm not very eloquent when it comes to that.
Do you know what they used to do when you couldn't afford pantyhose?
What's that?
Or you ran out of them, they ripped so much at so many runs that you couldn't possibly fix it? I saw girls, they would take the Maybelline eye pencil and draw the line straight up your back of your leg.
Oh, back in the day when it had their line up the back.
It looked like when you were dancing on the dance floor that you had pantyhose on, because you better wear pantyhose or you would look like tramp. So, yeah.
Oh, 10 cents an egg. Yeah, yeah, you could do that.
Mhm.
It's cheaper than yarn, isn't it?
Welcome in, HD.
Hello,
Noel
Steve.
says, first thing I crocheted was a rug made from homemade t-shirt yarn. That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, I've done many of things on t-shirt yarn, and t-shirt yarn's really cool because, you know, you cut up, and then you move over and cut down and move over and cut up, and so it becomes all one strand. Same thing you can do with a sheet if you don't know. Instead of just ripping it into long skinny sheets, you would rip, skip, rip, skip, rip, skip, and it ends up being all one thing.
Yeah.
You know, or cut, you know, cut or rip. And then it ends up, and you're not tying knots and all that stuff, you know.
Karen is saying, if you are cutting up sheets, maybe use rotary cutter to limit threads.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I've done that before too. Yeah, Yeah, it makes it all one strand if you do it that way, you know. Cut up, move over, cut down, move over, cut up, move over. And what I always did was lay the sheet out and I'd make a line every inch with a measuring tape and then, do that,
Yeah.
and cut it or rip it that way. And then all ends up being one strand. And it's not a bunch of little strands that you got to tie together to continue with your project.
That's kind of, do you remember the picture I sent you of the fiber that was just flat? You could see the strips colors
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of the same thing I'm doing with the fiber. Rip it down this way, then move over and go up this way, and then
Go
come
over.
over, go down,
Yeah.
and it makes it into one long strip, and then I
Yeah.
just turn it into a roving strip of wool.
Yeah. And that same thing works with, t-shirts, sheets, whatever. It just makes it a continuous strand. I wish I would have known that back in the day because I didn't know that back in the day. And I would cut all the strips, and then have all these knots and everything, So,
Yeah.
yeah, me too, Oodles. I love recycling anything. You guys know. If you've gotten stuff from me, you've got them in dog food boxes and printer boxes. And I recycle everything. That's just how I was raised. And that's what I do. I use grocery bags for everything. I recycle boxes. I recycle bags. I recycle everything because, I care.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I care about the earth. So,
Hi, Barry.
hello.
Good afternoon, Crystal D in chat. It's
I
rainy
see
but
you, Lulu.
warm in Kentucky today. Woohoo. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
It's warm, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I
Welcome
don't
in,
mind the rain.
Tammy.
My lips are really dry today. I'm sorry if I just don't want them to crack.
The
It's very
weather
dry.
we've been having, mine split right down the middle. I'm like, it does that in the winter sometimes.
With us here, it's because we turned on the furnace.
Oh, wow.
Once we need a humidifier, I think, because once you turn on the furnace, then your skin and lips and stuff start getting dry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wish I would have known about the rip it like this method a long time ago. It would have saved me a lot of nodding.
Yeah, I don't really drink too much water. I need to drink more.
The way I look at it is I put so
much.
much ice in my soda. That's my water intake.
Hi, Flower Tammy. Welcome in.
Hello.
Well, overnight it was foggy, like really heavy fog. I knew it was going to rain today after seeing that. Yeah, we had fog last night too.
All of our snow melted, so right now it's just kind of chilly and damp. So, but yeah,
Cindy says it was feeling like dry air here today too in the home. I guess it's the heat we are using last night.
yeah. Whenever you use heat, me and Mark have a fireplace and we burn a lot of wood and all winter long. And we haven't been doing that because Mark's hurting so bad he can't haul the wood, and I can't because of my legs. So we haven't been hauling wood in, and so we've been using our furnace more than we normally do. And to use that furnace definitely dries your skin out, dries your house out,
Welcome in Ellen's Crochet Channel. How are you? Welcome in Angela Mills.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
Cindy says, we have sunshine today. It was cloudy this morning, but so happy to see the sun popping out right now. I know yesterday we had a couple of days in a row with rain, And then yesterday was sunny. Now it's back to being cloudy again. And I'm like, ah.
It keeps going up and down here. 1 minute we're snowing, it'll stay a day, then it warms up, everything goes away, then it's raining, then it's back. I mean, it's just back and forth. Michigan, you can never count on the weather. Never, ever, ever. We don't even listen to our weather people because there's no point. I mean, it could snow in the middle of April randomly out of nowhere when it's not supposed to, and it could be a 70-degree day in the middle of winter. You just random, just one day, so you never know. You never know what the weather's going to be like in Michigan, because we get it all the different seasons, and we never know. You never know. Like right now, it's kind of dreary, a little chilly, damp because all the snow melted. Tomorrow, it could be 70 degrees and dry, and the very next day we'll get snow. You just don't know. There's no point even trying to figure it out.
Barry is saying place a big pot of water on the stove and let it simmer all day. That will put the moisture back in the house. I have to do that here myself.
Yep, I didn't even think about that. I used to do that all the time when my kids were growing up. I never thought about it. And then sometimes I'd throw some potpourri in there too, so then it made everything smell good, I forgot all about that. Thank you for your reminder, because I will definitely do that. But it is so dry. And here's another weird thing that's going on with me. Now, I don't know what the reasoning is, but I have a green thumb. I can grow anything, and I touch something and it grows crazy, and I've always been that way. Well, I have a house full of house plants. Never in my life have I ever, I'm not saying never in my life have I ever, I should retract that. Very, very few of my plants ever die. I've got plants I've had for so many years, and I've had like 5 or 6 plants die in the past couple weeks. That never happens to me. And I'm also having plants where, the half of it's there and the other half is brown. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I was wondering if it had something to do with me dyeing yarn, because I did like 14 hours straight dyeing yarn, or if it has to do with the fact that we're using the furnace and not the wood stove, or, the fireplace. I don't know what's going on. I've never had so many plants die on me. Very weird. I've never had that happen. Anybody got any ideas on that one?
Well, the Mulford says my mom used to do that. Arrow Lover says my grandma used to put pots of water on the radiators.
I forgot all about doing that with the pot of water. I can't believe I forgot that. That's so, rudimentary, actually, you think about it. And like I said, we used to put, what did I say? Potpourri. We used to put potpourri in there and it would boil and smell good, I forgot about that.
I don't know if I said hello to you, Dina, but welcome in.
Welcome in, everybody.
Didn't you just say you had a fireplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't carry in the wood. Mark's hurting too bad and Dee can't do it because of her legs. So they're having to use the furnace.
Oh, well, you could set a fire in there and put a pot of water, but
yeah, I'm really missing my fire too, because I look forward to that all year. I love having a fire, and so do my dogs. They all gather on the mantle, or the hearth of it, and they'll all sit there. It's so funny. They're just sitting there watching the fire. All of them. I got 4 dogs. All 4 of them will be sitting there just watching the fire. We're really missing that fire. So Mark's supposed to get his Humera tomorrow. A shipping label has been created and it's hopefully on its way. So thank you, Lord.
Good. Yeah. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's hard hauling that wood. Like, when my kids were growing up, I heated my house with wood stoves. And I used to have one of those metal baking racks on wheels And like my garage was attached to my house, and that's where I kept my wood, is inside the garage. So I would wheel that thing over, open the garage door, fill the rack up, and then roll it around to the wood stoves, and I would have my wood. It wasn't that hard, but now it's me and Mark hauling it in. We have those carriers with the big leather straps to carry it in, but my legs are bad and going up and down them steps back and forth, back and forth. And then him hurting like he has been, we haven't been able to. Oh, okay. Thank you, Noelle. Yeah, I spritz my plants too, but maybe not as often as I should. I don't know. Something's going on with my plants. I don't know. I've never had this problem before.
Oh, that's cool. Demetra is out and about shopping and picked up some sparkly yarn at the thrift store.
Yeah, the soot. Yeah. I'll tell you what, my job growing up was cleaning. It was dusting. And I don't know if you guys know the story, but the house I grew up in, floor, ceiling, walls, every single room was knotty pine. It was a nice big house. We had a decent sized house, but everything was knotty pine. The floors, the walls, the ceiling, everything. And there was built-in bookshelves everywhere. Built in the wall or built-in cabinets. All of our kitchen cabinets were knotty pine. It was almost like walking into a log cabin is the only way I could equate it to. But my job was dusting. And when you got knotty pine, you have to, you got to use the liquid gold every once in a while. And that means ceilings, floors, everything to preserve the wood from drying out, especially if you got wood stoves or radiator heat. And my job was taking care of the wood, dusting all my mom's knickknacks. Like she had lots of knickknacks, just like I have lots of knickknacks. And I absolutely hate dusting. I think I'd rather clean this entire house with a toothbrush. Floors. I don't mind doing laundry. I don't mind doing dishes. I don't mind doing any. The two things I hate the worst is putting my clothes away. They always sit in a basket in my room. They never seem to make it to the dresser, and which I just did 2 days ago. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I did put my clothes away, but I never put my clothes away. And dusting, and I have lots of knickknacks. So my house is always dusty. We live on a dirt road, and we have fireplace and all that, So all winter long, I am fighting the dust. I am fighting that dust. Oh, I hate that so much.
I don't like dusting either, so.
Yeah, oh man. I mean, the
I
house was
don't
pretty
like
and
it
all that,
either.
but taking care of that wood and all that, like 3 or 4 times a year, we'd have to take down everything off the walls, all the knickknacks, everything, push all the furniture out and clean and wipe down everything with liquid gold, the ceilings, the floors, the walls, everything, to make sure that the wood didn't dry and split.
Yeah.
You love vacuuming? Yeah, vacuuming doesn't bother me. Sweeping, mopping, doing laundry, dishes, all that kind of stuff. I'll say that I'm not real good at cleaning windows. Mark has to do that. No matter what, I don't know what it is. No matter what I do, I leave streaks. So Mark does the windows, or I'll do the initial, and then he'll go back and clean up the streaks that I make, because no matter what I do, I get streaks. But when it comes to dusting, God, I hate dusting so much. Like I have to okay, Tuesday's dusting day. I have to force myself. Murphy's also, yep. We do that and then put the liquid gold over top of it. Murphy's also, yep, we use that on it for sure.
Noelle says, I think it's like we need more moisture and we use lotion. I think plants need their leaves moisturized too.
That makes sense. Yeah, today's my water day. I have Alexa set up to remind me to water and remind me garbage day, and I have her set up to tell me all kinds of stuff. And this morning she alerted me that it was water day. So I'll definitely go around and spritz everything. I'm going to give that a try. Thanks for the tip. And I'm going to boil water. So thanks for that tip too. Yeah, that's
Bye,
what I
Dragon
try.
Dad. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm glad you could be here for a little bit too.
Yeah, goodbye. Have a good day.
D. Have you
What?
thought about a vaporizer?
Yeah, like
Like for kids, but don't put the Vicks in it. Just turn the vaporizer on. And you
I
can
don't
put it.
have one of those, but what I want to do is, you can have, I forget what the name of it. It's a hydrator of some sort. I can't remember the name of it, but you can have one of those attached to your furnace so that
Yeah.
that's what I want to do.
Well, I'm just trying to do something cheap because if you have an electric stove going, that pulls 220, and a vaporizer just pulls 110, and you move it whatever room you're in. It's little.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a vaporizer, why couldn't you just turn on a crock pot and leave the lid off?
She's always got 15 answers, don't she? She'll say, "Oh,
It's
you can."
not like I have to have a plan B, C, and D.
I just love her so much.
Oh, good. Good. Glad
Good.
to hear.
Glad to hear it. I just
Hair lover
reminded
says
you got to pay your
dermatologist.
water bill.
Huh? Oh yeah, I
Storms
gotta
Radio
do
and
that.
Cats says, "Oh shoot, D, you just reminded me I got to pay my water bill."
Hey, I
Yeah.
got the perfect thing for y'all. Hang on.
Arrow Lover says dermatologist told me the best thing I can do for my skin now that it's old and wrinkly. I wish I would have known about it when I was 30 to take peptides internally.
Peptides.
Yeah. I don't know about no peptides.
No, that's what
I know.
they said their dermatologist said.
Oh.
Okay. All right, Cindy Lulu. So this means you're going to come over to my house and dust, and I'm going to come over there and sweep yours, right?
Okay. I just found this stuff a
What is it?
few days ago. A few days ago. And
Great
Gold bond,
collector.
but it's a new kind.
crepe
Right.
correction.
You just said old skin. I'm trying to tell you. This stuff actually does work. You will see a results in just a couple of days. It says
Arrow Lover has it.
it says on there 82% of people saw a result on the packaging. I thought,
What's the name,
yeah,
Brendan? I can't read it.
Gold Bond.
Oh, Gold Bond. Okay.
I got it at
Crepe.
CVS.
Here.
It's
There.
It's crepe
Correction.
correction.
Age renew body lotion.
Yeah.
I mean, even my elbows are dry. I
Yeah.
don't usually get that.
Well, you can put it on there as often as you want. And the lovely part is it goes right in. You don't feel that sticky leftover residue at all.
I know the
And
Gold Bond is awesome. I've always loved Gold Bond. Gold Bond anything. It was always good, from
yes,
way back
yes,
in the day. Yeah.
but
Cindy
because
Lulu wants that switch. All right. You come over here and dust all these knickknacks, and I will sweep the crap out of your house. How about that?
I hope she don't have. I'm with you, D. I double dog hate
Oh,
dusting. And
I know.
I'm allergic to two kinds of dust mites, so I use that as an excuse.
Oh, okay. So, Krista, you get the dusting then.
Yeah. So I hate it.
Arrow Lover, you mean and use fish oil on the skin or take fish oil? Cindy Lulu says, I love that Gold Bond, one of my most favorite brands of skincare.
Has she tried this kind yet? It's so wonderful. Has she tried? It's
Oh, she's
called
talking about taking pills.
Age Renew.
I take fish oil already, so that's a plus right there.
I take a literal handful of vitamins every single day.
Wow.
So, because I'm anemic, because I don't have a stomach, so, I don't get the nutrients and stuff like that. So I literally have to take a handful. I mean, on top of a multivitamin, I have to take more, more iron, more D, more B, more C, So I have a literal handful.
Cindy says, I have not seen that one, Patricia, but sounds awesome.
Well, listen, girl, I wouldn't tell you wrong, but I Okay.
I don't know if they're going to be able
I
to
didn't
tell.
even use it today. But you see right here? I'm fixing to put some on. I'm going to show you the difference. Proof is in the pudding.
Katie likes Sarah V.
Yeah, I've tried that too, but this is even better, Katie. And because it's new, y'all might not have it yet. So.
You found it at CVS, right?
Yes.
At CVS, if y'all have a CVS,
It's kind of pricey.
It's about $16.
But use your extra bucks. Use your buy one get one 40% off. They're going on right now. Use whatever digital coupons they have. Print on coupons.com. I think there's a $1.50 coupon you can use. Use all of that. Plan B, C, and D, and get it where you can afford it, because it absolutely is wonderful. Am I in the right place?
Yes.
You see? Now this is a 77-year-old arm. I don't know what you expect, but it gets rid of that wrinkly, crinkly stuff.
Oyster shell with vitamin D.
I take D.
Well, they're saying
D3.
oyster shell with vitamin D.
Well, that's a calcium thing, and I can't have too much calcium.
Oh,
so
Yeah.
I give oyster shell to the chickens.
Yeah, we have crushed oyster shell that we
For the
give to the
chickens.
chickens.
They have great skin, but you can't see it.
It's covered with feathers.
That's cute. Oh man, you want to know how I spent my last couple of days?
What?
You know, because me and Mark got married, I got to change my last name on everything. Everything. Not thinking, they sent me a new bank card and all that kind of stuff. I'm still in the process of switching my names and all that. They sent me a bank card. I get this notification today. It says my cable bill wasn't paid because the expiration date isn't correct on the card. So anyways, the new card they sent me has a completely different expiration date. So now that all my companies oh man, I'm so irritated. It's been one thing after another. I am so irritated with all this name change business. They're messing up my accounts almost shut my cable off today because of it. Or my Wi-Fi. I don't really get cable. My Wi-Fi. But I just got a message saying it was paid because I just called there and told them what the deal is. I don't know how y'all sit and just crochet without a table. Like, I see a lot of people doing it, but to me it's awkward. I can crochet a lot faster if my elbows are on the table. How do you crochet? Do you just sit back like this and crochet, or do you get up on the table?
Sit cross-legged, either on the bed or on the couch.
So then you're just sitting with it in your hand like this.
Yeah.
It slows me down so much.
Hi, Cynthia Bailey. Welcome in.
Blanket's taking forever. I feel your pain, Cynthia. I feel your pain. Oh, Dina, I blew the engine in my brand new car. Not brand new to me, it was a used car. The one me and Mark just bought, and we sold all of our other cars. Yeah, the engine blew. That's where he's at right now. Yeah.
You
just lean back. See, I can't do it. To me, I'm so slow this way.
I can't lean back like this and just sit and crochet. I've got to sit up. I can't lean back. Or Momo can lay down in bed and watch TV and crochet. I can't do that.
I gotta be sitting straight up.
She holds her crochet hook like a pencil and she goes like this. I'm the knife holder, so I'm
me too.
Like this. So maybe it's different.
I taught myself with a book.
Yeah.
You put a pillow under your arm and sit on the couch. Yeah, see, I have to have a table in front of me. And I go 10 times faster if I have a table in front of me. If I sit with it just like this and just sit and crochet, it slows me down so much. I'd never get nothing accomplished if I did it this way.
Noodle says, my belly is my table.
Well, that would be my girly parts. I'd have to put up my girly parts because I don't really have a belly, but I got
I
some
was
girly
gonna
parts.
say one of my I think it was my second. Well, I don't remember which one. I think it was my second car, but I had it for 3 days. Me and my ex were driving down the road, and it threw a rod in just in the middle of the road and died. And we're like, but the dealership took it back because it was still under
Warranty or whatever.
warranty at that
You
time.
lucked out there.
Dina's car messed up.
You would hurt your back leaning over a table. See, I don't really lean. I'm so short though. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not really leaning. You know, I'm sitting straight up with my elbows kind of on the table like this, you know. And you use pillows too. I'm going to try it. I've tried to sit like, you know, Mark's watching a movie or something and we have a double recliner. And I've tried sitting in the other recliner and, you know, with my feet up and try to do it. And I'm not comfortable. I seem like it slows me down. And so I always sit up at the table. I would like to be able to sit there with him, you know what I'm saying, and crochet. Maybe I'll try the pillow thing. I don't know. I'm gonna try
What
something.
about a little lap TV tray? You know, like a little tray that opens up over your lap and you just rest your arms on it.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out a way to do it. Like I put my arms on the, you know, the armrests. I tried that, but then my arms are so short I couldn't bring, you know, it's not far enough together. It's like being a short, you know, when you're a short person, things that work for other people don't work for you because like your arm space isn't the same or, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Welcome in, Navy Mommy Wanda. How are you?
What's a Valari pillow? Is that like one of them ones that's shaped like the ones you used to have for babies, where you put it on your lap? It's like a half circle.
I've never heard of it.
A gaming pillow. We're talking about all kinds of pillows I never heard of. There's a special pillow for crochet. Can't remember what it's called. It must be that Valari one that's like half circle.
Years ago, a brand new car, only 4 days old, blew a rod through the engine. Wow.
Yeah, see what happened to us is my granddaughter was doing the Goodfellow drive. And, you know, where they, you know, have the yellow vests and they stand on in the highways and stuff and they collect money for the good fellows. And she needed, my daughter was at work and she needed picked up. So it was like 45 minutes one way to go pick her up and then take her home or whatever. And no lights on the dash, no nothing, no indication of anything. And you guys know Mark's a mechanic. No lights, no indication of anything. All of a sudden it says, engine temperature hot or exceeds the limit or something, you know, something along those lines. Mark's like, Angelo. So he pulls in a gas station and he checks and it looks like it's low on coolant, you know, antifreeze. So he puts a gallon of antifreeze in there and we go, you know, we drop Maddie off at home and we're headed back and all of a sudden it starts going, whoop, 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 whoop. Mark's like, what the heck is going on? That temperature thing come up again. He pulls over and looks and the antifreeze is gone again. Not one drop going on the ground. He's like, where the heck is all the antifreeze going? He's like, this, you know, anyways, come to find out in them Lincolns, the water, not filter,
Thing?
the water pump is inside the motor. So you don't see it leak. It was leaking. You don't see it leak. And what happens is all of your antifreeze rushes right into your oil and blows your motor.
Oh, wow.
So without even a dash light, nothing, No coolant, put coolant in, no coolant again. He's like, what the heck? There's no, dripping. We're not losing coolant. Where's it going? Boom, the motor's gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the newer cars are getting, Mark has all those scanners, $10,000 scanners and stuff. And even now they've got a new trick, the car companies. He's having this problem right now with one of my son's big work trucks. Even though he's cleared all the codes, everything's working great, it still gets a code saying that you have to take it to the dealership to erase this code. So it blocks you, even with a $10,000 scanner, it blocks you from clearing the codes. So you have to go to the Ford dealer or the GM dealer or whatever. Still, they get money from you to clear that code. Even though you've replaced all the parts, everything's in working order, and you've regen the motor, all that kind of stuff, you still have to go to the dealership and get that cleared. Now, if that is not a monopoly, I don't know what is. Mark has 5 licenses to be a master mechanic on boats, on, cranes and all that stuff, on diesel, on regular. He's got 5 master mechanic licenses, and he can't clear this code because GM says so.
Ugh.
Now that is a racket.
See, Barry has a point too. He says, I used to love to work on cars, but now it hurts too much to work around and under them.
Yep.
Plus, newer cars are getting harder to work on. One of these days, I will be able to afford a car. I hope
know,
so,
right?
too. When my grandfather was alive and still could kind of do things like that, his new vehicle at the time when he got it was a Dodge Nitro. He used to always change his own oil. And they made that to where you had to take it into the dealership that you couldn't change your own oil.
Yeah. And now it's even beyond that, because Mark could get past all of that with his master's license, right? He could get past all of those kinds of things. Now they got it where you can't clear codes. So you're going to have dash lights and all this stuff going on when everything's in working order. You've got brand new parts. You've got everything cleaned and cleared and everything's great. But you still now have to go to GM or Ford or whatever and get that code cleared. How is that fair? When that man went through 5 master classes, paid all that money to get his certifications, has been doing this stuff for 40 years. Explain to me how that is fair. I just, man, I'll tell you.
Noel says maybe the cold snap cracked your water pump.
It could be. We're not really sure what happened there. It had antifreeze. It shouldn't have. It's just crazy.
Hero Lover says my brakes are bad and no one to fix them, and I cannot afford to bring to garage. So thank God groceries can be delivered. Right?
I have been there, and I've been there when there wasn't groceries could be delivered. Like, I didn't know anybody that could work on cars, and single mom, 4 kids, trying to do whatever. And you know what? One time I actually sold my car because I didn't know what else to do, and sold my car, and come to find out the part of it I could have probably fixed myself, and I sold my car for a couple $100 just to make ends meet because I didn't know how to fix it. And that really sucks, So I'm very blessed to have Mark, that knows how to fix anything. Mark can literally fix anything. I'm talking appliances, electronics, computers, cars, I'm so blessed. That's all I can say. He can fix all that stuff.
Barry says, yep, there is a Cadillac that has the starter in the transmission housing. Whoever thought of that was out to get rich.
Oh, yeah. It's just like this Lincoln. It's a MKX, I guess, or something. And the water pump is inside the motor. So if it leaks or breaks out, you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You have no indication. There is no light on the dash, nothing. They've got it hidden away so that they can make money off you. Same thing with that Cadillac. Yeah,
Noah
Dina, you're
says,
right.
I
It's
have
all about
a
money. Everything. Doctors, auto play, everything. It's all about money. It's a shame.
Noel says, I have a newer Equinox and I constantly have to go get codes cleared and computer stuff replaced.
Yeah. And all the sensors. Those sensors they make now are garbage too. You know, you're constantly having to replace sensors. You think something major is wrong with your car and it's this little sensor. It's amazing. It's amazing how they get us. And if you take it to the dealership, they'll tell you it's the big thing rather than tell you it's the sensor. So they get a couple $1,000s out of you to repair it. And it's a, you know, it's a sensor. It's so unfair.
All right.
Yes,
I
Mark
just
is Mr.
realized
Fixer.
my phone is down to 16% battery life. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get StreamYard set up to do the entry giveaway.
Well, here we are talking about cars and doctors and everything else. So instead of yarn, but we did talk about yarn some and knitting and all that. Yeah.
Here on my channel, it just goes wherever it goes.
Yeah. That's same for me. I was just like, whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, you guys are my friends. So whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about.
Friday, I think we talked about Canella and some movies, holiday movies.
Oh, Canella is so cute. She is so stinking cute. Did you show them the thing of her jumping up on your back?
No.
Oh my gosh, it was so cute. She okay, so Canella's having to stay over at the neighbors because she can't be outside while she's healing, right? And so Crystal goes over there to visit her, and Canella literally jumps up on her back like right here. And she's like so happy to see Crystal, you know. It was so cute. I just thought that was so cute.
Yeah. I did record a video yesterday when I had got over to Violetta's and filmed the door at first, you know, and gave everybody the little backstory of what's going on. And then you see my hand turn the knob and I'm like opening the door and I peek at her and she's in the cage and she meows and it was so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's a little confused at why, you know, she's over there and not over here, but she's healing up really nice. Part of her incision is already fused where it's healed together.
Yeah, she seems like a real healthy kitty. I think she'll heal up fine.
Yeah, there's still like 2 or 3 spots that I've noticed that have not closed yet. I mean, it's still kind of, you can tell it has not, what is the word, like
fused together, like the skin fused. Yeah.
It's still glued. And so, hi Pam Hunter, welcome in. No, actually, Office Christmas Party is I'm gonna have to find that on the web on F Movies somewhere because I looked it up and you have to either have a certain subscription or pay for it. So I'll have to find that somewhere else. But I do plan to watch it, Noel.
It's not Halloween, but suspense almost screamed. It's called Break-In on Prime. Seasonal, no. Just know you like suspense, no gore. Yeah, I love suspense, no gore. I'm not into gore either. What is that? Oh, is that from outside? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
it just lost its little.
Oh, I broke it. It's supposed to be 30 something, but this is the most heavenly, absolute heavenly.
Ooh, yeah.
She's trying to show me that the other night when she's walking in the dark when you guys are walking in for the building.
Yeah.
And what'd you say? Shut up!
I know, right? all my roses and hibiscus and all that's all gone.
Yeah. My garden's getting frozen completely tonight, but this thing made it, so I thought I'd share it since it's going to probably be gone too.
Yeah. Alrighty. We are gonna go ahead and do the entry giveaway because now my phone's down to 14%.
Okay, while you're doing that, I gotta go let the dogs in because they're still.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some soda and let the dogs in. I'll be right back.
It says the yellow rose of Texas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we are gonna use the keyword holiday. Holiday.
Trying to make the dog a windbreak.
You should have just waited until I got off here. Well, leave a note in the neighbor's mailbox.
I thought I was opening that tent.
Hi, Cecilia Geifer.
Not a tent.
You can do it twice, arrow lever. It's just to make sure it counts y'all.
It's a chair. It had two. Does a black widow have a white dot on the top?
No.
Well, two of those fell out and I killed them anyway.
No, a black widow has a red dot.
Oh, well,
it's black and a red dot on the
I don't like none
abdomen.
of them, so they're gone. But it was a chair, and I said, shoot.
All right, we're up to 22.
Come on, you want to come in and say hello? Okay.
23, 24.
Ooh.
25.
This one's Gypsy.
Aw.
Yeah, my goodness. First got her Merry Christmas and oh my goodness. Oh, look at the rabbits. Okay. Oh, no. She can't have that. Okay, come on. Oh, this one's Denyse. Denyse. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, come here, fancy pants. Come here, fancy. Okay, come here, lady. She's a little heavy. There's some fancy pants. Yeah, mama's baby. My baby. This is my old lady. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Oh, you see big guy. He's kind of big. All right, no, we're not playing with mama's stuff. Trying to bite my Mrs. Beasley. I gotta get him out of here.
Okay.
So, everybody out.
We're up to 26.
Crazy dogs.
Yes, they do. I know they love their mama. $27. Welcome in, Alley Cat. 28.
Now they're at the door because I didn't take them out to the gate. You guys go lay down. Excited puppy feet. It's more like need to go to the groomer and get their nails clipped. That's what it is.
29.
Oh, I love eggnog.
I like eggnog in small portions because I'll eventually kind of get sick of it, like maybe a little bit here, a little bit there. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I love eggnog.
Nauseated after a while if I drink too much. We're up to 30.
While you're waiting, I'm going to go put them behind the gate because they're at the door.
Okay.
Come on, baby, just go. No, not in there.
Up to 30. All right, I think everybody has entered. All right. Move my mouse out of the way. All right, we are going to go ahead and draw. Good luck, everybody. Here we go.
Our Tammy.
Poor Tammy, congratulations.
Congratulations, Tammy.
All right, next one. Good luck.
Wow. Angela Wright. My girl. Congratulations.
Congrats, Angela.
Hi, Sally. I didn't see you come in.
I was reading a comment, then I looked down and it's gone. So something about eggnog, I think, for $9.
Yeah, $9, and it was Grandma Wanda, and she said she's looking at her son's receipt, and the meat was only 2 something, and the eggnog was 9 something.
Oh,
Ha, exactly.
wow. All right. Good luck. Here we go.
Sherry R. Congratulations, Sherry. I know,
Congratulations.
right, Cindy? I haven't got no eggnog yet. That's another thing. You guys are giving me all kinds of ideas I need to be taken care of. I'm
Paula
just not.
Mulford.
Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
All right, last one for today. Good luck.
Naked Snail.
Woo! Congrats,
Mitra.
Demetra.
Congratulations, Mitra.
All right, so if you have not yet and you're a member, please go and comment on the December's giveaway video. Not very many comments have been on that one, so
Better chances of winning.
yep. All right, well, congratulations, everybody, and thank you for joining me and Dee today. Thank you, Tracy.
Aw, nice, Tracy. She's always so generous, so kind.
Yes, she is.
What video is that again? Cindy Lulu wants to know.
It's December's giveaway. It has a little orange kitty with a Santa hat on it. It's supposed to be Canella. So, thank you, Tracy.
Well, it's awesome hanging out with you. Thanks for having me, and thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And
of course.
yeah, if you go to my channel, you'll see the thumbnail. I think it has it says December's giveaway, have a little orange kitty here and a Christmas tree over here. That's the one you got to comment under. There's a specific comment, I think, a question I ask you, you got to answer. So, or maybe it's a keyword. I can't remember. All right, everyone. Well, y'all have a wonderful
Just watch
day.
the video.
Yeah. Have
Bye,
a wonderful
everybody.
day and
What's up, my
take
friends?
care. Stay safe, and
We'll
we will
see you
see
next
you
time.
later. Bye, y'all.